part, I wrote and directed Snooze, which Mike starred in.
I wrote and directed Don't Turn Around, Christopher T. Wood.
I'm Graham Colkins. I co-directed Paisa with Dorian Wood.
I'm Evan Matthews. I wrote, directed, and produced the Vitellius Act.
So now that you guys have introduced each other, no pressure, Greg, go ahead and you would be one, so we can talk about what inspired you to make your film.
Well, I was listening to an interview on the radio about it was when Don't Ask, Don't Tell was when they were talking about getting rid of it, and there was this soldier saying that he didn't want to be showering with a bunch of fags, and at the same time, a bunch of women were coming forward, having been not only sexually harassed but raped, and had been ignored by their commanding officers and even above that. And I wanted to make something about that double standard of, you know, like the soldier had a great deal of fear that somebody was going to objectify him, but there was just this complete blindness about objectifying anybody else. So that was what inspired it.
With Give and Take, it's a couple of things, but it was more, I wanted to kind of come up with a concept of this character that he's not lying when he says he's never killed anybody. It's more of he manipulates a situation where someone will end up dead, but then I had to think of a reason, okay, well, why is he going through the trouble of doing that? And the reason is because he's paraplegic. So it was just one of those, one thing's led to another, and the script just kind of came together from there.
I just wanted to play around with a more screwed up Groundhog's Day sort of thing. It's sort of just out of a dream idea that every day is like the next. So how do I show that, and what do you do to break out of monotony? So I guess in that sense, if you want to get hoity-toity, it's sort of a metaphor. But it's really just about doing something a little silly and a little fun with this fella.
When I was living in New York, I loved horror movies, but they were getting a little slow. So there was a guy who was...
Chris, you said it's based on a true story.
It is, yes. It's my story. So I used to sit in the front of my railroad apartment with the door to the hallway open, and I would put a book on the door like the gentleman did, and there was wind that would come through the building. So the trick was, could you watch the film with your back to the door, particularly after you heard the book drop? Because your neighbors would peer in because they hear all this. So it's a horrific way to watch a horror film. I suggest no one do this. So that's where that came from, and a friend of mine said, "Dude, that's a movie." And then I lost a year and a half of my life making that.
So I've been collaborating with Dorian on various video projects over the years. They're a musician, and we've done a bunch of music videos, and Dorian came to me with this concept basically about these two characters who come together in a motel room, and at first you think there might be something sort of shameful about what's happening, but later it turns into this more celebratory thing, and to have that contrasted against this dream world, it's kind of a surreal and abstract expression of sort of queer joy, and we kind of just took that idea and executed it with some of our friends and brought together a whole bunch of different people for those final scenes.
For the Vitellius Act, that was more of just a personal story. Had to do with me and my wife's infertility for years, and then I also had a Down syndrome sister who died at 2 years old. So it was, it always kind of tortured me that I had no memories of her. So it was a way to honor her in some way. But that's very heavy content to try to make into a short film. I figured, you know, I'm gonna try to put a little cautionary tale sci-fi twist into this to make it digestible, to make it something that's still cinematic and entertaining, and something people can watch and feel and take you on a quick little journey, get you a little 3-act structure in 10 minutes. So, yeah, year and a half gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I'm going to bring it to the audience. Does anyone have any questions or anything about any of the films you saw, specifically the movies that these gentlemen have worked on? If not, it's okay.
Mike, that was a cool walk, by the way, for
Let's
Oh,
do-
that's how Mike walks all the time.
Can we get a demonstration of that line?
Yeah, can we see?
His only direction to me for that moment is life is but a dream. And I was like, okay.
Again, this is impromptu, so I just wanted to just give you guys your voice or whatever you want to say to the audience. Thank you guys so much. There is no rush to leave. If you want to stay, hang out for a bit, feel free. There's still concessions are still open, so more beer, more wine, have fun. And thank you guys again so much for coming out. We appreciate it. We appreciate you and your stories. Thank you guys so much.